Guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Brooke, but you guys know me as Miss Meatless Muscle. And today I'm interviewing a very special guest. I wanted to share her story with all of you because she is so inspiring. She is my client and my friend at this point, Vicky. Vicky, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
I am so proud of Vicky. Vicky is such a badass vegan athlete. She did her first bikini competition with me last year. So we're going to be talking a little bit about her experience, some of the obstacles that she has overcome, and just being a woman over 40. And a lot of women think that you can't get in phenomenal shape or you can't do a bodybuilding competition or, you're limited in some capacity with your fitness because you're over 40. And Vicky is just a testament that is absolutely a myth. She is amazing. She's got a banging body. I really hope I look like you when I grow up. So, Vicky, do you want to start? Just tell us like a little bit about you, like where are you from? Where are you based? How old are you? What do you do for a living?
Yeah, I'm originally from San Francisco. I was born and raised in San Francisco. I moved to Phoenix, Arizona. I started coming out here 12 years ago for work. Moved out here 7 years ago. I love the heat. I love the sun. I love the fact that we have AC that doesn't break. I am now 43, almost 43 and a half. I do, let's see, I have a full-time job with AAA. I'm a project manager, senior coordinator. I also have my own meal prep business that bases in vegan as well as gluten-free, and everything is high protein. I Airbnb 2 rooms out of my home. I lift for myself. I teach body combat. I'm certified in 7 different formats, 5 of them being for Les Mills. You know what Les Mills is, 2 of them in Surge. I have a dog. I know I'm missing something. Oh, and I'm going to school for cybersecurity because I've already done my personal training, nutrition, and my certifications. And AAA doesn't pay me to do more of a nutrition degree. They pay me for cybersecurity, which I already had 3 degrees in computer science. I had 2 in criminal justice, put them together, and you have cybersecurity.
Amazing. And this is another reason why I wanted to bring you on, because you have so much on your plate. And then to not only take on a fitness competition, a bodybuilding competition with all you had going on is just really incredible. And so, you have people who feel like they can hardly make it to the gym 3 times a week for 30 minutes or, meal prep like a couple of breakfasts for the week. And I'm like, oh my God, look at Vicky, like all she's doing and she still gets it done. So there are no excuses, and we will dive into that a little bit. And maybe you can give some tips or advice or suggestions for other very busy people that will help them. But my first question for you, what made you decide to compete in your first bikini competition, especially, with such a busy lifestyle?
I didn't realize how much was going to be involved in it. I thought you got on the stage, you showed your ass, and you were good to go. Yeah, definitely not it. One of my body combat instructors, she was going through the competition about 3 years before I did. I was like, why would you ever want to do that? I supported the hell out of her. I went to every show, still do. Love it. She's a year and a half older than I am. Her partner in the business that they have, she's 10 years older than Kristen is. So 55, 57 now. So, they were my inspiration for doing it, knowing that you can be older and you can do this. I started losing weight with them. And once I got down to a certain point where I was like, okay, I've always been at like 130 pounds, but now I'm surpassing that. Yeah, I could see why you'd want to do it. I could see why you want to show it off. Now I always want to show it off, not in a weird way. I just want to show it off. And so, yeah, it was like, okay, well, let's do this. Kristen was going through nationals at that point and she couldn't coach me. I was pescatarian at the time and only added in seafood, like if and when I felt that I needed to. I had a hard time giving up salmon, shrimp, dairy. I knew the reasons why I shouldn't, but I always made sure not to watch them, not to look at them. it all sat in. I actually ended up with E. coli, traces of E. coli in my stool, and it happened 3 times. Every single time after eating salmon, shrimp, or eggs, one of the 3. Knowing that I shouldn't be eating this stuff in the first place, I cut it out and went vegan. And that's when I was like, okay, well, if you're not going to coach me, I need to find a vegan coach. And so that's when I came to you.
Yay. And I'm so glad you came to me. And then that's another thing I love about you too, is like, you're kind of relatively a new vegan, and a lot of people are, you know, kind of stuck in their ways after so long, and people feel like, oh, you can't go vegan like later in life. But for you, you did. And it seems like it's been a really good decision for you. Like, you're thriving and you look amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, what were some of the biggest fears or hesitations going into this journey, and how did you overcome them?
I would say time management. I was already doing a lot and trying to figure out how I was going to fit in 2 workouts a day, how I was going to just manage everything that was going on. And it fits in. When you want something, you make time for it. You move things around, you make things happen. I've also changed the way of thinking. You also grow with the people around you. Listening to your and John's podcast, The Vegans Who Lift, I also realized why, even if I'm doing arms in the morning and legs at night, your body still needs to recover. It's not enough time with those 8 hours, 6 hours, whatever in between. Your body still needs time to recover. And so granted, at Saturdays, I do cardio right after I do my lift, but I'm making sure that I'm recovering in between. I go sit at a chair at Planet Fitness. I lay in a tanning bed. I do something in between while I eat. Let my body do it. It's also my job to teach body combat. I'm not going to take the class. I'm not going to venture into something different. I'm making sure that there's some sort of space and peace in between those. And yeah, just took a little time to find it, realize it. There are aha moments every couple days, and I align them a lot with astrology, but it works. It seems to happen along those lines, and just, oop, there it is.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I think time management is a big one, but I totally agree with you. I'm a big believer in, if it's important to you, you'll make it happen, you know? I think a lot of people have, you know, a lot of fears and hesitations around the dieting part of bodybuilding competitions. Did you have any anxiety about that, or not really?
No, I probably did now doing this mini cut, where I was like, oh my God, I just went from like 2,700 to, 17. And that was fluctuating, right? Like, we had gone down, but I'd gone back up because I went on vacation and gone back in and out. And so really it was more getting the toxins. So I don't drink, I don't take drugs, I don't take prescription anything. There are no allergy pills. It takes 6 to 8 months to get everything out of your system. So it was scary coming back into a detox from gluten. Gluten is going to inflame your gut. I don't care who you are. It doesn't matter what it is. We have put gluten on steroids back in the 60s and 70s because we're afraid of scarcity. Period. Gluten bothers your gut. And so getting the gluten out of my system, getting the sugar, getting this, even though I'm eating gluten-free and sugar-free ice cream, there's still gluten-free and vegan ice cream, there's still sugars in it. There's something. And so for the last 2 weeks, I've been extra hungry. 1, because we're going down in calories, but 2, because I'm trying to detox the seitan, the burgers, the buns, the gluten, everything else that I shouldn't have in my system.
Yeah. So to give you guys a little bit of context, Vicky competed last year, and we wrapped up in around December, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then we started her reverse diet, which if you're not familiar with the reverse diet, it's a very, very important part of the process, because you can't be on low calories doing a ton of cardio forever, and you can't be lean forever as much as we would like to. It's just not sustainable or healthy. But wow, Vicky's body responded so well to her reverse diet. Her body just soaked up the extra calories and the fuel, and we got her all the way up to 2,700 calories.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of food for you guys listening. That is a lot of food. That is insane. And yeah, I mean, she's very active, but for anybody, I mean, there's guys who aren't even eating that much food. So, I mean, her metabolism was kicking butt. And so after her first show, we decided that we were going to take some time to really build out the bikini physique, the delts, the glutes, and just really bring a great package her next show, since she had a great, experience and wanted to do it again. So we've been working on our building phase. And do you want to just like quickly talk about like some of the results that you've gotten like through your scans, like what your scans have shown as far as like muscle gain and whatnot?
Yeah. I mean, we had the scare using the EVOLT. The EVOLT said that I was overweight, obese, whatever, by like 6% more than Renfro and InBody were in line with each other. And EVOLT somehow was way up there. So that was a little scary. But then I did DEXA scan, and that was on track with what InBody and Renfro said, saying that, I'm good where I'm at. I have gained weight, but I'm building muscle. And so I've been going back every 5 weeks for the InBody scan and just making sure that it's still going that way. Now with the mini cut, it's even showing that I'm going down in weight and still building muscle. And so the results are good. It's back on track. I like it.
Yeah, I think you've built like
calorie. Being at that higher calorie, honestly, when you're already eating so little, that's what gets really scary. Is you're like, okay, well, I have 800 calories. Let me eat an ice cream bar at the end. So that's where it gets really like, all right, how am I going to do this? I'm not just going to go eat, even if I eat a sweet potato, it's like 85 calories. And then I'm like, shoot, what do I have to do? Now I have to just put carbs.
Right. Yeah. And I think from your scans, the most recent ones I've seen, I think you've built like 4 or 5 pounds of lean mass since your show, which was in December, which is amazing. So, hey guys, if you think you can't build muscle after 40, Vicky just did that since December. It's, July now, and she's built 5 pounds of muscle. And if you guys don't know how good of progress that is, that's really good. Most people, it takes them about a year to put on that kind of muscle. So she's doing a really good job, and she's maintaining about 22% body fat, which is very athletic, very lean and shapely. So she's absolutely killing it. And, I really think the biggest pieces of the puzzle are that you're so consistent. You're great with your water. Vicky's always on top of her hydration. She's always getting her water in. She's always getting her steps in. I don't think she's ever had a day where she's been under 10,000 steps, right?
No.
Yeah. She doesn't miss her training. She does amazing with her training. I mean, like, she is so consistent all across the board, and she absolutely nails her protein and her calories. So, I mean, it's like, truly, if you guys follow the plan and you follow the science and you just do the basics, like, not all this crazy stuff. People will fall into all of these like traps, like keto and low carb and intermittent fasting, and all, like, just the basics, your steps, your water, your sleep, your recovery, calories, protein, and you can do it too.
Yes.
Yeah. So, how did working with me as your coach help you navigate your training, your nutrition, and mindset throughout your prep?
You've helped me to know when to change, go up, go down, but also just encouraging me. I mean, we've had so many voice notes, whether it be through the app or through text, and just talking to each other about the journey, about the stress when I started school, how that was working in when I started algebra. God, who does algebra at 40? Wanting to break down and cry. It was hard. I haven't done it in a long time, and Gemini couldn't figure it out. ChatGPT couldn't figure it out. I mean, if they can't figure it out, who the hell am I doing this? So yeah, it's just the support. You need support. I don't care who you are. You can tell, unless you absolutely know what you're doing and you can coach yourself, there are people who can coach themselves. You look at Belinda, that's great. But it is so helpful to have somebody that you can bounce that idea off of, or how do I look? Where do you think I should go? I didn't know what to expect in the first show. I still don't necessarily know what to expect going forward. I know what to look for little by little after watching you, after watching other people. I get little things, but I still need you, because just watching you through your transformation right now, I'm like, okay, I see why you're waiting. I see why we're doing this. I see where this is going, and just understanding it. Everybody's journey is different. I have to continuously remind people at the gym of that. You're not going to get up and be me. You're not going to do everything that I do. I can tell you my protocol. I can tell you what I do through a day, but you work in an office, I work at home. I have a dog, you have a kid. There are differences, and period. I had to work towards what I have. I had to work towards learning body combat. Every time a new release comes out, I have to learn that. And I have to remind people in class that it took me 6 weeks to memorize it. It's not something I knew. I have video. I fell over the first time. Like, it's something that we have to fall. What we are showing you is what we are now, but that doesn't mean that's what we were then. I always compare it to doing a push-up. It's easy when you know how to do it, but it's hard at first. You have to start from a tabletop to your knees to a full push-up. Same thing with anything else. I do something on Instagram every morning where I change my little status. It took me a week to remember to do that every morning. You have to continuously do something over and over and over again to get it in that habit. And so it's just, yeah, the encouragement, the reminders in the app, the setup in the app, all those things have helped me to obtain what I have now, to follow where I need to go.
Yeah, I think that's a really important part in prep, and that's why I personally also like having a coach. And it's easy to second guess yourself in a fitness journey too, because you see yourself every day, and you might not feel like you're changing, or you may not feel like you're ready, but then your coach can step in and say, hey, like, you're 2 weeks from being there, you just got to keep going. Or they look at your photo and they can see the smallest little changes that you may not be able to see. So it definitely can make a huge difference, for sure. Okay, so how did you manage prep while juggling all of your other responsibilities with work, family, life? And do you have any tips for women who are in a similar situation?
I mean, I was forcing a square peg through a round hole at times. I also had an elderly dog that wasn't doing so well. I did the best I could. There were times where I sat down at night and it's 9 o'clock at night and I'm back up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I felt like I slid into home base and I still have to eat. I've had a couple of times this past week where same thing. I'm just sliding into home base and finishing out the day. But I try to reflect on that. I try to sit and see where that I can now see in the last prep where I was stressed, who was stressing me, who needed to not be in my life because I was putting their needs over my needs. And that's not okay. I was making sure that they were happy, and not that it brings me happiness to bring other people happy, but they weren't even happy with what I was giving them. And so I had to make changes. I'm at the gym and everybody's like, are you mad at me? You just keep walking. And I'm like, I got to get my steps in. I got 2 hours to do all of my workout, editing while I'm, filming and doing my steps and editing. Like, that would all take the same amount of time with a 45-second rest in between. Unless you want to walk with me or stand next to me while I'm doing my workout, which I have videos where people are standing above my camera, I am trying to get it done. And so I have to structure it. I now put taking a shower and going to the bathroom on my calendar, so I know how long it took me, when I did it, how I did it. Do I need to find our meetings at work? We end them at 5 till. They don't usually end to 5 till, but it's so that we can go to the bathroom, grab some water, be done. Like, we're trying to make time for it. And so I did a course at the beginning of the year. The first course I had was time management, and it talked about, I already put everything on my calendar, but I didn't put everything on the calendar. I now put everything on the calendar. When I wake up, I have 35 minutes to sit in bed and get through my social media responses. Then need to get up, take a shower, or brush my teeth, get ready, go downstairs, make my drinks. Dog and I have to be out by a certain time. We have to be back by a certain time, at the gym by a certain time. It's very regulated. I also have to breathe and make sure that if it doesn't happen, if something breaks, if the water bust, if, you know, whatever it is, I make time for that and just breathe through it and let it go. If I get mad, it doesn't do anything but hurt myself. I need to move with it, allow for the changes, and adjust my schedule.
Yeah, I think that's great advice. Yeah. And, you know, it's, again, it's like, if something is important to you, you'll make it work, you know? And, I know for me, you know, it's just, sometimes when you're really focused on a goal, like the people at the gym, it's funny because I had a similar situation when I'm in prep at the gym, and it's just like, gosh, I know it's going to take everything I have to get through this workout right now. And it's not that I don't want to talk to you. It's just that, like, I know if I stand here and talk to you, I'm not going to feel like finishing my workout. So you just have to always, like, put yourself first. And I feel like that's something a lot of women struggle with, you know, who have other people in their lives, even if it's not like you have a family, but like you have a significant other or like friends. Like, it's very easy for women to want to take care of others and support others. But like, if you have a big goal, you definitely have to put yourself first. And even if you don't have a big goal, like, you should just really prioritize your health and your mental health and put yourself first.
Yeah, it actually helped me hearing you and Belinda talk about that, as well as the relationships, and just communication is the biggest part of it, right? Just she was like, oh, I thought you were mad at me. I'm like, no, walk with me. Like, I just posted yesterday, I'm on the Stairmaster. Some guy wants to talk. This is the only way you're going to talk to me. Like, but I had to realize that as well, where I was like, God, people really think that I'm being mean. And I'm like, okay, well, let's just keep walking. Let's just keep doing this together. Like, as long as we're doing it together, we can make it work. I also need to leave, you know, a few minutes for something that might happen. And if that doesn't happen, great, go sit on a foam roller, go to, you know, the chair, go do something that benefits you, pet your dog, something.
Yeah, I think that's smart. I think, and people always forget about like the time in between doing things. So yeah, that's a good idea to schedule those things too, like the time it takes to drive to the gym and the time it takes to shower after the gym. And yeah, so that's really smart.
Yeah, that hasn't happened today.
So looking back over your whole journey, between your prep, your reverse diet, and now your mini cut, what would you say you're most proud of?
Honestly, I'm most proud of, so I wouldn't expect you to say it, but I had a boob job right after I had my show. I had my show 3 days later, I had a boob job. That's part of coming back. I didn't take a single antibiotic. I didn't take a single painkiller. Again, I haven't had anything in my system for 3 years. I bounced back so quickly. 6 days after surgery, I was back at the gym. Like, okay, well, you guys said I could do the treadmill. Let me just do the elliptical. I'm always on the elliptical. Let me do that, just slow pace. Like, you know what? Let me just try legs. Like, we just won't put weights on the machines and we'll try legs. It all came back so quickly. I did some practice for a couple of the formats that I'm certified in that gave me a little bit of cardio, but I made sure not to do them full out at the same time because I'm processing out the anesthesia. It still rose my heart rate. It still did so much. So honestly, the comeback, there's nobody that I can compare my surgery or my journey to, because yes, I have people that are the same age doing the same thing that I did, or I'm the same age as them doing the same thing they did, but in a different way. And again, that's what makes it so special, is everybody's journey is different. How you do it, the way you do it. Be proud of everything you do. My dog goes to the bathroom and I'm like, yes, it's the greatest thing ever, right? Like, you did it. Like, I don't care what it is. Be proud of what you do. And I'm proud of, because I've been vegan, because I haven't had anything in my system. My body fought everything off so quickly. I went to a pool party this weekend, was showing, they can't see my incisions. I can't see my incisions because they're under me, but they couldn't see my incisions. It's because I did the proper care afterwards. I took proper steps to see a lymphatic massage person. I took proper steps to actually, tanning helps with the psoriasis that I was getting because of the drugs that have been put into my system. Infrared actually helps with any scarring. If you have any surgery, infrared will help to cure and take care of that scarring so that it's not super obvious. And so all these things that I was doing, people would give me little tips, and it helped. It was all within like a 6-week time. And so it really helped because it just kept coming and coming. All the goodness from the universe was being soaked in. And I was just so excited to have all of it. And I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of everybody who gave me advice and just led me on my recovery. And now I feel good. I feel like I know a lot of things, and I'm ready for what's next, because nothing stays the same. It all changes. And so I'm ready for what's next, which it's retrograde time. So let it come.
Yeah. Well, I am so proud of you. I'm very proud of how quickly you bounced back. Post show is a really hard period for a lot of people, and you handled it like a champ, and you did really well. And I'm very proud of how you've handled, a building phase, because I've worked with a lot of women. I've worked with over 600 vegans at this point, and I can tell you that most women are very scared of eating more food, eating more protein, lifting heavier, and embracing, a bigger body, the scale going up. And you did it, and you have absolutely rocked it. And I mean, you look fantastic. Like, you are curvy, you are feminine, and just absolutely like love your physique, beautiful physique. So I am so proud of you for embracing a really hard part of the journey that most women are very scared of, and it's paid off. Like, it's absolutely paid off. This
is why I have you. All of this. This is what I get to hear. This is what I get. So yes, this.
Yes, eat the food, train hard, and you guys can look like Vicky too.
Just 5 ice cream cones because they're in your freezer. But other than that, yes, eat the food. And there's so many ways to stay healthy. Once you get on the track, it takes a while, but once you get on it, it makes it so easy. And yeah.
Awesome. And my last question, would you recommend this experience and working with me as your coach to others?
Yes, I have. I've done a video. I've told others. Yes, all the time. I recommend your show, both the podcast that you and John have, as well as the Bikini Prep Diaries. There's a few different podcasts that I've gotten from YouTube that really helped me. And I see you doing a lot of what I saw Natalie do. And that's what a lot of it made me open my eyes to how all of this works. And now you're in real time doing it, and it's giving me more to work on. So yeah, I recommend all of the shows. I recommend your program, everything, to whoever who can use it. Yes.
Yay, love that. Well, thank you so much for sharing your experience and your time with me today. And I hope that people listening learned something, or maybe got inspired from Vicky's story. And yeah, again, I'm so proud of you. You are one of my star clients, and we've become so close, and I'm so glad to have you. And I'm glad that you chose me as your coach, and that we have this relationship now, because it's been amazing.
I'm like, where are the heart emoji?
Right, hearts. All right, well, guys, show Vicky some love in the comments. Do you want to plug your Instagram handle? Maybe people can go follow you.
Yeah, Vicky, Vicky, Lynn, Lynn, Nelson, Nelson, on everything.
Yeah, go check out another badass vegan chick, and make sure to like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos from me, and we will see you guys next time.
Bye.